Hello, welcome in. I happened upon a box that is very old and very dusty. I haven't cleaned it off, but it is my very first ever set of cards of Magic the Gathering. When I finished my master's in 2013, I had a couple friends and colleagues that had played Magic that intended to teach me, and I purchased this box set. It was like a gift box set at Barnes & Noble. It was in the clearance bin, and I purchased this. Hey, Golden Rude, welcome in. I purchased this box for myself just to amass some cards and learn how to play. Well, needless to say, the folks that initially were supposed to teach me how to play were not very good teachers, and I didn't learn how to play. But I kept the box because I intended to learn later, which I inevitably did. But when I did learn, I couldn't find this box. I learned in 2021. April 2021 is when I started learning, and I learned on Commander. So I did buy some like pre-con commanders and learned that way. But as I started deck building in later 2021, I wanted to find my old cards, and I had moved, so things were kind of placed places I didn't know, and I couldn't find this, and I was convinced that I must have thrown it out in the move because I hadn't learned to play and they were just sitting around. So I was convinced that I threw them out. But I was like, that doesn't sound like me. It doesn't sound like I would have thrown them out. I would have maybe valued them first before throwing them out. And I was like, maybe I just threw them out of like exhaustion from having so much to pack. And I tried to like reason with my brain that I threw them out. And I let the idea go, though inside me I was really feeling guilty. Like, now that I play, I was really feeling guilty, like, what was in that box and what did I throw out? Well, turns out I was right. I did not throw them out, and I have recovered them from the depths of some storage boxes and things. So here we are. We have a box. I don't know what's in it. I do know that I sorted it a little bit back then. So let's see what's in here. I have no idea what I'm going to find. It's untouched. Everything that's in here came in here. There's no additional or anything like that. So when you open it, there is a sticker sheet. Apparently some things are missing. I don't know if it's just because it's lost its wear or I removed it. I don't remember. I don't know. But there is a sticker sheet in here. And you can tab. This will be good later for sorting. You can tab artifacts, lands, creatures, spells, instant sorceries, planeswalkers, enchantments, common, uncommon, rare, mythic, depending on how you sort your cards. And then there's types, right? Standard, modern, legacy, vintage, commander, tokens, promotional cards, cube, wizard's tower, multicolored, colorless, and core sets. And funny enough, the only sticker I used was a plain sticker, and I play mono white a lot, so it's really funny that even back then, the only sticker I used was one plain sticker. So that's pretty funny. There are some instruction packs and things that I opened but left in here. I also left these like instruction promo cards and stuff. So this is Magic 2014. It was Magic the Gathering Online, so it was MTGO or mtgonline.com. At the time, it wasn't Arena. And then there was also this book in here. I don't know it's talking about slivers. So that's fun. It's got like, I guess, a little kind of guide of what cards are in the set and a checklist. So you can check off what you have. And it looks like I did start to check that off. So I did utilize some of the checklist. Again, I don't know if any of this is good or not, but it looks like this is some stuff that I have in here, which is nice. It looks like I have a pacifism. That's great. That's useful. So let's see what else. I also have this Ultra Pro old sleeves, right? I actually, funny enough, I wanted these sleeves now, but this is the 80 deck, so I don't have enough for a full commander deck. I'll have to maybe like use these for Pauper or something. But it's funny because like I wanted these now, and these have been sitting in a box since 2014, and I had no idea I had them. Hey Avatar, what's up? Welcome in. Hey Yog. I'm opening an old box of cards that I didn't even know I had. And they are from Magic the Gathering Core Set 2014. It looks like I have divided them already by color. And I have some chilling in some little deck boxes, it seems. There are some tokens in the back as well, and some random cards in the front that don't seem to be placed anywhere. So let's see what's in these, what I put in these little... I was such a savage, I didn't even know like sleeving was a thing. This is mostly black. I think I was trying to make decks with the most that I had, and I think I had a lot of black. So I think I was making a black deck, though I didn't really know what I was doing, and I did use some colorless. So there's some rearranging I have to do, because some of these cards are in these boxes. I also have a blue one here. So let's see. I have mountain, forest, plains, island, swamp. Okay, everything's here. And then I did the colorless in the back, I think. Yeah, all right. So let's keep that. I'm gonna take out the colorless from here and put them back in the back, and then we'll go through all the cards and see what I have. Trust me when I tell you I have no idea what's in here. I just... Hey! Thank you so much for gifting subs. I appreciate you, Golden. Yay! Thank you so much. I was so excited to find this box because I knew I had started... Like, well, I literally sat down to play twice, and is that an ad? Ruining my life, lo-fi. Thanks so much for embarrassing me like that, YouTube. Okay. I actually have a friend who's a DJ, and I asked him to make me some music, but he uses a lot of sampled stuff, and I don't know that wouldn't get me strikes, so I'm gonna have to ask him to make me some stuff that is just original and not sampling anything. I'm sure he will. He's working on intros for me for my YouTube videos and podcasts. So I think he can do that for me in the near future, and then I won't have to use like YouTube stuff, but I know it'll take a while. Ooh, we have an ASMR redemption. Let me get my mic closer. And my coffee to the side. Okie dokie. I'm gonna lower the lo-fi too. Hello everyone. We're gonna ASMR for a little while. Okay, I'm separating the islands. Got him. Now separating the artifacts so that we just have an all blue pile. I didn't put too many colorless artifacts in this blue pile. Fun fact, I find the sound of paper to be very relaxing. Like people turning pages really relaxes me. But you don't get that sound with sleeves on it. Sleeves are a little bit more abrasive. Okay, what color should we start with? I will show you the tokens I have so far. We have a soldier, landmine. I've never seen this before in my life. Wolf tokens. Two cat tokens. Two zombie tokens. And two slivers. Okay, I'm gonna bring back from ASMR. But I think I'll keep a quiet, chill vibe anyway. Bring the lo-fi back up a little. What color should we start with? I know I separated a few things in the back pile that were multicolored. So it was a Sentry of the Underworld, Temple of Silence, and then a non-basic land, which I kind of didn't really know what to do with at the time. I guess I'll just go in order of how I have them here, which is a mountain. I've got lots of basic lands. Which is always useful. I've got some thunder strikes, Striking Sliver, Smelt, Demolish, Cyclops Tyrant, Canyon Minotaur, Chandra's Outrage, a Blur Sliver. It's so funny because I just built a Sliver deck for Pauper and I didn't really have too many cards from it, though it's Pauper, so it's not like I'm breaking the bank buying them, you know? But it's funny I should come across a set that has a lot of slivers in it. Barrage of Expendables, Act of Treason, Academy Raider, Seismic Stomp. Is this a weird song or is this in another ad? Because this is killing me. It's literally another ad. Why? You know what? I changed the link just before this. And now I regret it. I should have kept the old link that I had. I'm gonna have to re-find that because the number of ads on this is really bothering me. I'll be right back with that. Sorry for the lo-fi pause. I just didn't want to have like the same sound all the time. I wanted to mix it up. But I think we're gonna stick with tried and true. Just stick with what works, right? Now I can't find the video I'm looking for. It was a really nice long one. I think this is it.
You know SEO. What if you could do it smarter and faster? With Wix, you...
All right, I think we got it. That's better. A little more consistent. Okie dokie. Regathan Firecat, Lightning Talons, Seismic Stomp, Academy Raider. There's a bunch of those. Act of Treason, Chandra's Outrage, Canyon Minotaur, Cyclops Tyrant, Smelt, Thunderstrike, Volcanic Geyser, Wild Guess, Foundry Street Denizen, Circle of Flame, Young Pyromancer, Wild Guess, Volcanic Geyser, Lava Axe, Flames of the Firebrand, Flesh Pulper Giant, Pitch Burn Devils, Molten Birth, Peak Eruption, Minotaur Skull Cleaver, Wild Celebrants, Ordeal of Perforos, Arena Athlete, Wild Ricochet, Ill-Tempered Cyclops, Portent of Betrayal, Boulderfall, and Two-Headed Cerberus. So that is what we have in the red. Let's take out the forests and see what we have in the green. Invasive Species, Charging Rhino, Windstorm, Voracious Worm, Verdant Haven, Spore Mound, a couple of those, Elvish Mystic, Brindle Boar, Advocate of the Beast, Rootwalla, Ranger's Guile, Plummet, Naturalize, Lay of the Land, Colonian Tusker, Hunt for the Weak, Fog, that's pretty useful, Voyaging Satyr, Witch Stalker. We have a foil Karamitra's Acolyte, Vulpine Goliath, Hunt the Hunter, Voyaging Satyr, Commune with the Gods, Nemesis of Mortals, Nessian Asp, Savage Surge, Sedge Scorpion, Nessian Courser, Leaf Crown Dryad. When I tell you I paid probably like, I don't know, $5 or $10 for this whole box, it was just a really like one of those crazy deals like in the bargain bin of Barnes & Noble. And I was like, well, you know, it's cheap. I'll have enough cards to learn and do something with. We are in the white now. Divine Favor, Sentinel Sliver, Wall of Swords, Suntail Hawk, Stonehorn Chanter, Solemn Offering, Siege Mastodon, Sarah Angel, that's useful, I play a lot of angels, Show of Valor, Oromancer, Foil Banisher Priest, Angelic Wall, Pillarfield Ox, Pacifism, Master of Diversion, Griffin Sentinel, Fortify, Congregate, Glare of Heresy, Chosen by Heliod, Yoked Ox, Citizen Griffin, Imposing Sovereign, Planar Cleansing, Silence, Battlewise Valor. Hey, thanks for following, Relux. Welcome in. Evangel of Heliod, Wingsteed Rider, Scholar of Atherios, God's Willing. So nothing super crazy, no mythics or anything like that. And I'm also like wondering now if like whoever tried to teach me like shysted me out of my best cards, but I wouldn't even be able to remember what I pulled way back then. I wouldn't even tell you what I was looking at, you know? Like I had no idea like what rarity meant or anything like that then. All right, we are in the blue now, which is a hefty pile. Nimbus of the Isles, Coral Merfolk, Sea Coast Drake, Negate, Glimpse the Future, Frost Breath, another Negate, Phantom Warrior, Sea Coast Drake, Scroll Thief, Air Servant, Armored Cancrix, Cancel, Coral Merfolk, Essence Scatter, Time Ebb, Warden of Evos Isle, Zephyr Charge, Coral Merfolk, Warden of Evos Isle, Wave Crash Triton, Aqueous Form, Cackling Triton, Frost Breath, Essence Scatter, Zephyr Charge, Disperse, Scroll Thief, Warden of Evos Isle, Disperse, Cancel, Divination, Sensory Deprivation, Zephyr Charge, Claustrophobia, Sensory Deprivation, Illusionary Armor, Another Claustrophobia. Tome Scour. Opportunity. Negate. Frost Breath. Swan Song, that's good. I feel like I maybe just bought this card for something, which is so silly that I just happened upon it, but it's very useful, so I'm sure I'll use it into other things. Disperse, Divination, Time Scour, Messenger Drake, and we have a foil one. Armored Cancrix, Mnemonic Wall, Scroll Thief, Clone, Archaeomancer, Water Servant, Wall of Frost, Air Servant, Messenger Drake, Benthic Giant, a foil Jace's Mindseeker, Fish Illusion, and an Unknown Shores, which we have another one here. Let's move on to black. Did you really? Tell me about that. Tell me, Lux. Lux says I comboed out a win with the Mindseeker. Tell me how you pulled that off, because I mean, I don't even know what I have here or what, what these cards can really do. So, this, even though I bought them in 2014, I'm really unfamiliar with the game then, because I basically bought them, opened them. I tried to learn how to play twice, and then that was it. Never learned, put them away. And they have been away all of this time. Even though I started playing again in 2021, I couldn't find this box. And I was looking for it like last year. Couldn't find it at all. And I just happened upon it. So I'm looking at these cards for the first time since 2014. I have no idea what's in here. And I have no idea how these cards played then or now even. Because I'm super unfamiliar with cards this old. Corrupt, Tenacious Dead, Vampire Warlord, Undead Minotaur, Ring Flesh, Shrivel, Festering Newt. Oh, Dark Prophecy, I do know that card. That's great. I have this in a couple things, so that's great. Dark Prophecy, sweet. Tenacious Dead, Undead Minotaur, Blightcaster, Corpse Hauler, Shrivel, Festering Newt, Gnawing Zombie, Sengir Vampire, Blood Baron, Child of Night, Corpse Hauler, Death Gaze Cockatrice, Witch's Familiar, Viper's Kiss, Cutthroat Maneuver, Boon of Erebos, Insatiable Harpy, Returned Phalanx, Death Gaze Cockatrice, Minotaur Abomination, Dark Favor, Feast on the Fallen, Quag Sickness, couple ones we saw already, Vampire Warlord, Nightwing Shade, Blood Baron, Child of Night, Asphodel Wanderer, Siphon Sliver, Sengir Vampire, Accursed Spirit, March of the Returned, Mind Rot, Corrupt, Diabolic Tutor, foil Liliana's Reaver, and a regular Liliana's Reaver, Festering Newt, Bogbrew Witch, ooh, Sanguine Bond. There's a lot of good, it looks like the black, I was right in making the black deck, because all the best pulls were in the black color for this set. Doomblade, Ring, Ring Flesh, Vile Rebirth, Quag Sickness, Death Gaze Cockatrice, Stab Wound, Minotaur Abomination, and Encroaching Wastes. So that was pretty good. Now let's look at the colorless. That's all we have left for this box. Staff of the Mind Magus, Sliver Construct, a bunch of those, Millstone, Bubbling Cauldron, Pyromancer's Gauntlet, Witch's Eye, Rod of Ruin, Fire Shrieker. Actually use Fire Shrieker in a couple things, but primarily Traxos, which is a colorless artifact deck that intends to win by commander damage, so giving a commander double strike is great. A Hammer of Perforos, which is really useful, but in the wrong location. I think I just put it there because it said artifacts, but it should be in the red. Had a millstone stuck to it. Another Rod of Ruin, Staff of the Wild Magus, Obelisk of Urd, a Strionic Resonator. You know what's funny is I bought one of these last year, and like I've had it here the whole time. Oh, you saw my Traxos? Yay! It's due for updating. And a Bubbling Cauldron is the last card, by the way. It's due for updating. I actually started playing Magic period that I learned on Commander in April 2021, and I built my first deck in like August 2021. It was just a jank mono blue fish, like aquatic themed deck. My favorite animal is a narwhal, and when I found out that there is a Magic the Gathering card called Narwhal, I wanted to build a deck that just had a narwhal in it, and a deck that I could kind of build around the narwhal. So I chose Charix as my commander, and I only put cards in it that were water themed or fish themed, or so it's merfolk, kraken, sharks, crabs, that kind of stuff. And there's not even a soul ring in it, because if it doesn't have like water on it or some kind of aquatic theme, then it just doesn't belong in it. So it's super janky and super just kitschy, and it's all right. You know, I played it recently just to see how bad it was at, like, you know, building a deck that I had no idea what I was doing. It actually isn't too bad. It's probably on par with like a precon or something like that, like, you know, the newer precons that are like built a little tougher. It has good days, I'm sure, though it could definitely do with some optimizing. However, my second deck I built was Traxos, and that was around November, and it has only seen like one major update where I did like a swap of like 5 cards. So what you saw on stream is mostly its original form. The cards that I swapped out of it didn't play that day. Oh, no worries. The Charix story is yeah, I don't even have a soul ring in that deck, because if it doesn't have aquatic themed, then it didn't go in the deck. So it's kind of really janky, and I did play it recently just to see how bad it was, and it's not that bad. It played better than I thought it did, probably on par with the newer precons. It has good days and bad days, but it could do with a refresh. It certainly is an obvious first build, I think. It's janky and fun though. I just built around a theme, and I didn't know what I was doing. And I built Traxos because everyone kept asking me, what's your favorite color identity? And I really didn't know how to answer that, because I didn't know anything about all the color identities or how they play. So I said, can I build something that doesn't have a color identity? Can I build something colorless? And my LGS was like, yeah, you sure can. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna look at possible commanders in colorless identity, and I found Traxos and fell in love with it, and I decided that I should probably build Traxos. And I've only updated it once. I maybe swapped like 5 or 6 cards from its original form to what it is now. Though a lot has come out since, and he's definitely due for upgrading. I also built heavily around what I already had, or what was relatively cheap at the time to purchase. I didn't want to spend a lot of money. I did have a limit to how much I was willing to spend per card. So hey Randy, what's up? I only built Traxos with some of what I had and then updated a little bit later. Though now I have a better knowledge for the game and a better knowledge of cards and more willingness to spend on good singles if it'll bring me value to the deck. And because he's a pet deck, I'm also spending a little bit on upgrading to foils and trying to foil them out. There are some cards in there that don't exist in foil, so they're gonna kind of ruin the batch a little bit, but yeah, I want to try to foil them out as much as possible. I did recently at MTG Summit, I purchased a bunch of artist proofs, and I was really happy that the artist for Traxos was there. He's a foreign artist, so a lot of foreign artists were in the US for the first time for a US event for the first time, and I was really super excited to have caught him at this event. And I got 2 artist proofs signed by him. One of them is a foil Traxos, which he drew, and the other one is Daxos, which is a mono white staple, and I play a lot of mono white now, so it's funny because I had him sign them both, and I was like, Traxos and Daxos, and he goes, yeah, they're brothers. And I thought that was super cute. So these are like my 2 favorite right now. I'm really happy to have them. I also bought, I don't know where I've put it, probably somewhere safe away from places I eat food, that I bought a little print of Traxos and had him sign it as well. But yeah, so straight from the horse's mouth, Traxos and Daxos are brothers, okay? Stick that in your lore. I love Traxos. I'm excited to see your build once you have it. I'm excited to see it. I'm definitely due for an update on my Traxos, and I keep putting it aside because I've been prioritizing other builds as well. But I think I've recently built a lot of what I've been wanting to. I built like 4 decks the last few weeks, so I'm feeling good. So Traxos might be next on the docket. Yeah, Randy says when you first started, $5 for a card was a lot. Now $30 for a card is doable. When I first started, I could not believe that people purchased cards for $20. And my LGS was like, you sweet summer child, people purchase cards for way more than $20. And I was like, but why? They cost like a penny. So yeah, when I was making my fish deck, my LGS convinced me to buy a single. I was really against it because I was like, but I have cards like already, and they're like, no, but this card's gonna make your deck better and it's gonna be really good. Like, trust me, you're gonna want. I'm like, you're just selling me stuff because you're a store and you're supposed to sell me stuff, and they're like, no, we're not like that. Like, really, this is gonna make your deck amazing. Trust me, I'll show you how it works. Like, just you need to buy this card. It's not that much money. Just buy it. And I'm like, okay. And I remember I built this deck, my first deck, in August 2021. My birthday's in July. So a lot of my LGS bought me cards for my birthday. So there's a lot of cards in my deck that were gifted to me for my birthday. So I bought this single that was recommended by my LGS for my fish deck. And that single, which I bought for $20, was Hull Breacher. And 3 days later, it was banned. So, a week later, when I went back to Friday Night Magic, I just walked in there like, what happened? And then they were like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, are you though? So that was like my experience with buying singles. I just was traumatized by that, and I like didn't want to buy any more singles because I was like, this is awful. Like, why bother buying singles if they're just gonna get banned? And they're like, no, this doesn't ever happen. It's just your luck. Like, you just like, there's like 10 cards that are banned, and like this just happens to be one of them. And I'm like, really? Out of like 10,000 cards, the only card that gets banned is the one that I buy as my first freaking card. So alas, that's that. And then at Magic 30, I was having a meeting with Sheldon Menery, and it came up, you know, like the ban list came up, and I said, please don't talk to me about the ban list, because my first single that I bought was Hull Breacher, and to add insult to injury, I then ended up pulling like 2 more Hull Breachers from like Commander sealed, you know, like sealed packs, and from Commander Legends sealed packs, and I was like, ugh, like I just keep pulling Hull Breachers now. Like I was gifted a Commander Legends. I collect Spanish language, well, foreign language cards, but I was gifted a Commander Legends box in Spanish, and I pulled a Hull Breacher in that too, which is like funny. So like I'm happy to have a Spanish Hull Breacher, but it's just silly, you know. But anyway, Sheldon started talking about ban cards and ban lists, and I was like, please don't get me started. The first single I ever bought was Hull Breacher, and it was banned 3 days later. And he goes, I'll buy it off you for whatever it is that you paid for it. And I kind of laughed, and he was like, no, I'm serious. I'll buy it. What'd you pay for it? I'll give it to you right now. And I was like, well, I don't have it on me. It's banned. I can't play it. So why would I travel with it to Vegas? And he was like, well, the next time I see you, I'll buy it off you for whatever you paid for it. I'm like, I'm going to take you up on that, because I've got like 4 of them. So like, I'll sell you one. I'll sell you the one I bought. I think I do have it in my fish deck. Just like in the back. Like it's not sleeved or anything. It's just like in there as like a reminder. So after that, I was reluctant to buy singles for a while because I was like scared. But then I did say, okay, I'll buy singles up to $20, right? Like I'll buy a card up to this price, but I won't buy like a bunch of them at once, right? I'll limit myself to however many I'm willing to buy that day. And I think now the most money I willingly spent, I did spend $100 or so on the really fancy Avacyn, but that was on accident. I bought like a bunch of singles, and my total, it was like, I don't know, 20 singles or something like that. My total was something like $200, and I was like, that sounds reasonable. So I just paid it like without thinking to really like get a breakdown. I just was like, yeah, that's fine for 20 singles. And as it turns out, that one Avacyn was like half the price, and if I had known that, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But you know what? I'm happy that I have it now. It's like my one pricey spend, and I spent it by accident like an idiot. But hey Quinn, yeah, it was a wild wreck for Hull Breacher was a wild wreck for a newbie, but I don't know. I guess they had faith in me, which is the joke of the day. But yeah. I definitely overspent on that Avacyn, but it's beautiful and I'm really happy to have it, so I'm glad I have it now. But aside from that snafu, I probably, the most I've spent on a single, is under, for sure, under 100. Maybe 50 or 60 or something like that. I can't even think of something I've spent like a lot of money on. Hey Lord, welcome in. Happy New Year. I was just gifted a moat, and that's like crazy to me. It was one of my Christmas gifts. So that's definitely going in my angel deck. But I'll probably proxy it and not carry the original because I'm scared. I'm scared to play with it, but I was just gifted a moat. It's really beautiful. I don't even think I have it next to me because I'm so scared to like touch it even. I think it's behind me. Hold on, I'll get it. Let me take a sip of this coffee so that I don't do it around the moat. Hold, please. My office is a mess. I have to sort mostly secret layers. I have like an abundance of secret layers. Yes, shout out to Dragon Shield. All of these companies that are scrolling underneath me are companies that I am an affiliate with. So please utilize my links if you're shopping with them. You'll see my link tree pop up in the chat every now and then. I will also gladly share it with you. Also, it's just linktree/a girl named Braun. Pretty basic. But yeah, Dragon Shield. I am very, very fortunate to be an affiliate of Dragon Shield, and they sent me this lovely playmat, which I'm changing after today. I figured I would leave Santa until the Epiphany, which is today. It is Three Kings Day if you celebrate. So I have left Santa up until today, and after today I'll be changing him out to another Dragon Shield playmat that they sent me, which was nice of them. But this is my Christmas gift. It is verified. So there's a little like code thing that has like all of the verification paperwork, and yeah, it is an original moat. Sorry for the glare, but I don't want to take it out of the plastic because I'm terrified. Yeah, apparently there's a lot of Italian moats going around and for sale, but this one is an English one, and it's in very good condition considering its age. It's from 1994, so I'm super stoked to have it, though I can't even believe it's real. And like the even like the plane symbols are like the old plane symbols. It's so cool. Anywho, pretty wild stuff. I can't believe that anybody would spend that much on a card, much less for a gift. It's kind of nuts. But I am very grateful and appreciative, and I do not want to take it out of this this protective sleeve. I will probably proxy it and keep it well protected. But yeah, oh, there's my link tree. It just popped up. So all of these lovely companies below me that are scrolling through are companies that I have affiliate links with, and some of them also offer discounts. So click on my link tree and find those links, and yeah, shop with those companies. They're fantastic companies, and I'm really, really fortunate to be an affiliate for them. Hey, thanks for subbing with your Prime. I appreciate you, Sonic Spork. Thank you so much. I'm going to be working on a new series coming very, very soon. I'm about to start inviting guests and testing out the audio recording and making sure that everything gets uploaded correctly for me to edit and clean up so that I could send over as a podcast. I also have to create some new scenes because I do want to stream them live, but I don't want the interruption of the follower or sub sounds to come out in the recording. So I'm going to play around with some settings before I go live with that. But I'm hoping to start that in the next couple weeks. So look out for that. The podcast is called More Than Magic. It is up on everywhere that you can find podcasts, so you can actually go and sub to it right now. There's just a little preview soundbite of what to expect. But I will be talking about issues that affect gameplay. I will be interviewing judges. I'll be interviewing cosplayers. I'll be interviewing potentially folks that work at Wizards. I'll be interviewing other content creators and folks in the community of different backgrounds and experiences, and talk about social, everybody says Commander is a social game, right? So social and community issues that really impact players or gaming spaces. And that's a topic that's really I'm really passionate about and is really near and dear to me. So I'm hoping to start up this vodcast combination thing really, really soon. So it will be live streamed so that we can have a real audience tune in and ask questions in real time, as well as uploaded as a VOD to YouTube, and having the audio uploaded as a podcast as well, so that we can reach as many possible audience members and tailor content to the way folks want to consume that content. So that's new and upcoming, hopefully in the next couple weeks. But I will be streaming probably a couple gameplay things in the next couple days. So come back and hang out then. I'm sure. Sorry it was a short stream today, but I just wanted to go through my core 2014 set and see what the heck was in here. So now that I've done that, I've got laundry and things to do, real life things. So I will try to stream again later this week. Thank you for everyone who subbed and followed and who came along and watched. See you later. Let's see if there's some Astrals. Astrals is playing. Let's raid Astrals because I would like to send all the love. If you can hang on until we raid Astrals, I'm going to send it right now. Astrals is also teaching me how to play Arena, and he's playing in the decathlon right now. So I would love to support him because he's teaching me something I don't know anything about. So bye. Have a good one.